Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Lions Den podcast. This is our third episode of the podcast, and I'm your host, Alejandro Gurrola.
And I'm your co-host, Eric Carroll.
And in today's episode, we'll be going over Veterans Day, All Souls Day, All Saints Day, and then we'll have our sports wrap-up, and then finally, we will have some interviews about Thanksgiving.
And to kick it off, we'll have Josh talking about Veterans Day.
The Veterans Day presentation was hosted by history teacher Mr. Corey on Friday, November 14th.
What branch of military did you serve in?
I was in the Air Force.
Air Force? What did you do in the Air Force?
I trained pilots how to fly.
What was your fondest memory of being in the Air Force?
I think it was flying. I really enjoyed flying.
Yeah, must have been quite fun.
Here we have Scout Troop 157 doing the flag ceremony.
What branch of the military did you serve in?
I served in the U.S. Coast Guard.
What was your favorite memory from serving in the U.S. Coast Guard?
Well, I joined to fight the drug war.
Oh.
And so being out at sea and getting off those drugs off the streets here in the United States, that was my goal and prayer, and I was right in the upfront doing that. So that's my purpose in that.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And how long were you doing that for?
I did for 22 years.
22 years, it's a long time.
Here are some of our veterans receiving gifts from our CTK students.
What branch of the military did you serve in?
The United States Air Force.
United States Air Force. What was your favorite memory from serving?
The brotherhood that you get with everybody serving, because it don't matter the background, it don't matter where they come from. You create a brotherhood that is unbreakable, no matter how much time or distance you're apart. So it's a nice brotherhood that you always get.
Nice. Yeah, pretty strong bonds. What did you guys do together usually on a daily basis?
In the daily basics, we train. For us, we kind of work as a mechanic, HVAC mechanical.
And how long were you in the Air Force?
I was 22 years. I retired out of the Air Force after 22 years.
Wow, a long time.
Yes, it was.
All right, well, it's very nice. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your time as well. Yes. Thanks, Josh.
You know, my grandpa was in the military.
Hey, you know what? My grandpa was also in the military. But you know who the patron saint of the military is? St. Michael the Archangel.
More about the Saints with Isaiah.
Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of animals.
Thank you, Alejandro and Eric. Isaiah's homesick today, but he still wants to talk about one of CTK's favorite traditions, the All Saints Parade. For almost 10 years, our elementary students have traded Halloween costumes for saint costumes, turning this event into a joyful celebration of faith. Each student picks a saint, dresses up, and steps forward as their class announces who they're representing. The costumes are creative, the kids are excited, and it's always a highlight of the school year. We honor the saints because their courage and faith continue to inspire us today. And while the parade is an elementary tradition, our high schoolers also learn about the saints through their annual Saints Alive Museum, a project from the theology classes. Addison will share more about that. But first, Chris is going to tell us about All Souls Day. For Isaiah Reyes, I'm Stephen Yote.
Today we're highlighting Dios de Muertos, or Day of the Dead, a beautiful tradition from Mexico. Here at our school, we celebrate by setting up an altar, or ofrenda, in the high school hallway. It is decorated with candles, photos, marigolds, and favorite items of loved ones we remembered.
We put pan de muerto, which is like the traditional bread, and then food they liked, like sopapillas or mole, stuff like that. And then we just put their favorite specialty drinks out.
Los Olmetos has roots in indigenous Mexican cultures and later merged with the Catholic traditions.
And every other country that has Hispanic Catholics or Catholics in general, they have their own way of celebrating. I've seen some where I think it's the Philippines where they put their candles and marigolds all over the grave, and they stay up at night. And actually, my mother-in-law does that too. She goes to the cemetery at night and they just sleep on the grave. So,
taking place on November 1st and 2nd, it is a time for families to honor ancestors, share memories, and celebrate life, rather than fear death.
I've been doing the Los Muertos ofrendas since I was a little girl. My family used to do it, and then I started doing it with my own family.
Our school altar gives students a chance to contribute items, artwork, or memories, making the celebration both personal and communal.
I do the middle and the lower one with things that they have favorites, their favorite things. It could be an item or a food. And then obviously, of course, all the candles and stuff that are on there, because the candles bring, or the light brings the spirit to them.
It is a meaningful way to learn about history, culture, and the importance of remembering those who came before us. Now to Addison, who will tell you about the Saints Alive Museum.
Saints Alive Museum is an interactive museum created by theology teacher Dr. Chang.
We've been doing the Saints Alive Museum. This is our third time. So we did it obviously this year, and then we did it also the fall of 2024. And in the very first year we did this, it would have been the fall of 2023. In the fall of 2023, it occurred to me while doing some lesson planning that we need to celebrate the lives of the saints, but to also do so in a way that was educational and also fun for each of the theology classes.
High school students from every grade brought their chosen saints to life through costumes, storytelling, and creative displays.
Saint Therese of Lisieux. My feast day is October 1st. I'm the patron saint of missionaries, priests, pilots, and florists. My canonization date is May 17th, 1925.
Sanctus Papa Alexanderis Sam. Aquam benedictum et vinum sacramentum cum aquam isque.
I'm blessed Pope John Paul I. I'm not a saint. I just need one more miracle to become a saint. I died in 1978.
What is your name?
Elizabeth.
And what is your favorite part about the Saints Museum?
That I get to see saints.
That you get to see. And have you seen a saint that's been your favorite?
Yes.
Who's your favorite saint so far?
Saint Rosalima.
The event grows every year and has become a tradition that the whole community looks forward to. Now back to you, Eric and Alejandro.
Thanks, Addison, for telling us all about the great saints.
You know, one of my favorite saints is Saint Sebastian. He's the patron saint of sports.
You know, that reminds me about how our football team is doing. John will tell you all about that.
Thanks, Eric and Alejandro. And how about this Golden Lion football team? Undefeated, 9-0 district champions, and now with playoffs just around the corner, let's look at some of the top plays from this season.
All right, starting off week 1 against Anton. A huge interception by Matthew Cisneros for a big momentum change. Much needed to get this Golden Lion victory. He takes it back 78 yards to the house. That's a Golden Lion victory. Now on to week 2. Huge throw from Dalton Drake to receiver Chris Mendez. That extends their lead. They're going to go on and win this game. They're 2-0. Week 3, Dalton Drake to Anthony Fan. That's the end of the game. That's a 45, 3-0. Week 4, Nate Escobar showing some shiftiness and then pounding his way into the touchdown. That's another Golden Lion victory. Week 5 against West Texas. We've seen this run before. Matthew Cisneros weaving through the fenders, taking it all the way to the house. It's homecoming. That's a shutout. That's a win. Week 6 against KPA, the start of district play. Oliver James forcing his way into the end zone. They're not going to take him down. They're 6-0. Week 7 against Sanjak. It's Oliver James again, this time receiving the ball. He's going all the way. Nobody's going to catch him. That's another Golden Lion victory. They're 7-0. Now on to Week 8 against Midland Holy Cross. Throw to Ethan Blazik. He's accelerating. He's gone. No one's catching him. That's another shutout for a Golden Lion victory. Now let's look at some highlights for our seniors on senior night. First off, Andrew guards a field goal from 30 yards out. Next, Chris Mendez receiving the ball. That's a touchdown. And how about this? Eric Carroll receiving the ball from Dalton Drake after a long throw. That's another Golden Lion touchdown. And now watch this. Onvu receiving the ball from Dalton Drake. He's going to force his way in there for his first touchdown. Moving on to a play not by one of our seniors, but still one of my favorite plays of the game. Dalton Drake reads the play like a book. He intercepts it and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. Now let's hear from Ethan Blazik about his thoughts on the season.
I'm here with Christ the King Golden Lion football player, Ethan Blazik. So tell me, Ethan, now that the season's coming to an end, at least in the regular season, how would you say you felt about the season overall?
You know, I feel really good about the season. I think that even though we had some easier wins, that we used those to get reps and get better at the game. And then whenever it came time to face harder teams, that we showed that we put in the effort and we went to town.
And we stepped up to the competition.
Exactly.
So, was there a favorite moment, or was there like a small win or victory for you personally or for the team?
I would say that a small victory or win is whenever, for me at least, is whenever I got my touchdown in the Midland Holy Cross game, the first one, because I think that was just like a good show of like kind of what I can do, and then the team blocking wise for running.
Yep. All right. So, was there like a difficult part of the season, you would say? And if there was, how did you and the team navigate to overcome the difficulty?
I don't know if we've had any like huge difficulties other than playing good teams, but I would say that, you know, it took us a little bit to kind of get steady, get on our feet, and know exactly what we're doing in the game. And I think that just like continuing to play and giving our best in games helped us to get through that.
I agree. So, was there like a specific moment from this season that you would say will stay etched in your memory?
Yes. Whenever I trucked the guy in Midland Holy Cross game.
Yeah, I remember that. That was awesome. Well, thank you, Ethan.
Thank you.
That's a wrap on our regular season. You know what else goes good with football, though? Thanksgiving. More on that with Andrew.
Today we're going around the school asking people what everyone's favorite tradition is for Thanksgiving, their favorite meal, things like that sort. Ambu, what is your favorite Thanksgiving tradition that you have?
My favorite Thanksgiving tradition is just got to be getting together with family and enjoying the feast that's on the table. So turkey, ham, mashed potato, all that good stuff.
That's a good answer. I'm with science teacher Mrs. Jeter. Ms. Jeter, what is your favorite Thanksgiving tradition?
So at my house, my mom makes us all go down to Kansas City the day after Thanksgiving, and we still have to take a picture with Santa Claus every single year.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with senior Joshua Betancourt. Josh, walk me through. It's Thanksgiving Day.
Mm-hmm.
You have your plate. You're ready. What all are you putting on that?
All right, for honestly my go-to plate, you got to get all the meats. You have to have ham, the turkey. We have chicken sometimes too. Then you got to have some potato salad on the side, some ranch-style beans too. We're a Mexican family, so we have some rice there on the side as well. Then you got to get a plate with some vegetables too, usually carrots and some corn. Have that around. Then we get these giant loaves of bread my mom usually makes. They are so good, dude. I'll bring you some next time when you're over. Then for the desserts, honestly, we have cookie cake. I count sweet potatoes as a dessert because
I'm going to be honest, I count that too, especially with my parents' sweet potatoes. And we do a sweet potato casserole, and they put marshmallows on the top, and they throw that thing in the oven. It's just so good.
I actually don't like mine with marshmallows.
What?
It's just a preference. And then after that, me and my grandpa usually have banana pudding. That's how you top it all off.
Oh, yeah. That was Joshua Bennett. Now I'm here with John Cisneros. John, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
You know, of course, I like them all. But if I were to have a favorite part of the entire dish, I would have to go with, of course, you gotta love the turkey. But like something special that you don't usually have is like the sweet potatoes, which a lot of people don't like for some reason. But I personally enjoy the sweet potatoes a lot. So I'd have to go with the sweet potatoes.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. Homemade sweet potato casserole. Sweet potatoes just in general.
Yeah.
Delicious. Delicious. Now I'm here with Xavier James from the junior class. Xavier, what is your go-to Thanksgiving dish? What is your favorite dish?
I would say my go-to Thanksgiving dish is definitely the stuffing. I really enjoy putting cranberry sauce on the turkey and stuffing and kind of mixing them together, making one dish, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And it's just, I really enjoy my mother's stuffing and really how she does it. She doesn't do box. She makes it from scratch. She toasts the bread, crushes it up, and mixes it with the turkey meat, and just kind of makes like a really good home stuffing that really hits the spot.
I love the broth. It's so good that they use in the stuffing.
Thanks, Andrew. Now I'm here with cross country all-state medalist Elizabeth Cruz Roberts. So tell me, what exactly inspired you to start cross country?
My mom.
Very nice. So how did your mom inspire you to?
Well, my mom has run her whole life, and like when I was growing up, I wanted to be like her and always like run, and she just inspires me. I don't know, just like keep going, and it's fun. Yeah.
Nice. So what exactly do you like about cross country?
I like how cross country makes me feel. I like how after a long day, I can just go on a run and just like forget about all my problems and like escape.
So you must feel pretty good about winning 8th place in all-state cross country.
Yeah.
As a sophomore.
Especially, yeah, that's pretty crazy. So what's up next?
Well, next I'm going to do track, and then after track season, I'll train for cross country for the fall. So
Okay. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you for your time. And well, that's gonna wrap it up for today, the 3rd episode of the Lions Den. I've been your host, Alejandro Gurrola.
And I'm your co-host, Eric Carroll.
Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.